Hello, it's Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How are you? I want to talk about today overthinking and self-doubt. Before I get started, hit subscribe, please. Hit like, hit share, hit them all, you all. Hit them. Thank you all so much. Thank you, new subscribers. Thank you for the likes and shares. I appreciate you all so much. I recently was recommended this book, Stop Overthinking. 23 Techniques to Relieve Stress, Stop Negative Spirals, Declutter Your Mind, and Focus on the Present. This is a therapist endorsed author. He sold over 400,000 copies. Nick Trenton, Trenton. I need this book because the clients I service are clients that have anxiety and depression. I have suffered from depression. I am an anxious person. I always have been a worrier. Even when I was like a little girl, I remember that. It has gotten worse as an adult. It's gotten better in many areas, but due to a lot of meditation and therapy and journaling. I journal every day. I finished journaling. And for me, it's a mind dump. And it really helps me definitely with my goal setting and making dreams come true, because I write it down over and over, things I want. I don't care if it take a year. I showed you all on my video, I wrote something down in 2011. I want to be a therapist. I was working in corporate in purchasing as a buyer. And now here I am many years later. I'm a therapist, but I wrote it down. I have a book I bought long time ago. Write it down, make it happen. And that's what that book is all about. People wanting to move to Paris. People need, like somebody in the book needed a new bed. All this stuff, they wrote it down and these things appeared. When we overthink, it is our anxiety going in overdrive. And the problem with overthinking is you're not going to overthink in a positive way. The thoughts are typically negative. Daily 60,000 through 80,000 thoughts run through our head, our brain, on autopilot, some of them. Many of them are negative, most unfortunately. 90% of the things we worry about would never happen. I do it too, you all. I have played out scenarios like I know what's going to happen in the future. Oh, this is what's going to happen. This is never going to work, or this probably not going to work. You don't know what God has for you in your future. You should just know that it's going to be great. I always say, like, power of the tongue. I'm scared to say certain words. I don't never want to say again, I'm broke. I try not to say that. Or I'm never getting married, or love doesn't exist. I don't think like that. I can't. Because if you think like that, it becomes your reality. Where your energy goes, it truly does grow. Last week I had a challenging week, and I was kind of in a negative place because stuff kept going wrong. And it seemed like it did it all the way from, I don't even know what day it started, Monday maybe, all the way to Friday. It wasn't nothing I was really doing per se, but maybe it was some of my thoughts. Some stuff was out of my control. It was like stuff that happened that I was involved with, but it wasn't something I did per se. And my dear uncle lost a best friend. And he was so upset, over this loss, of course. And it made me upset just seeing my uncle so upset because we already lost my mom and my auntie, which were his sisters. And he's the last one living. Very sweet uncle. But these things do happen. And no matter how good we are, how rich we are, how poor we are, how good looking we are, how tall, skinny, what color, bad things or tragedies are going to occur. We can't escape the inevitable. But we can control our mind. Like for an example, some people, I always use jobs and love. Some people If they have had bad experiences in love, they go into the next relationship, even like meeting somebody with a negative premises. Well, my last thing didn't work. Now I got to protect myself and blah, 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 blah. Instead of treating it lighthearted. The best advice I always give about dating, and this is what works for me, although I haven't dated in a while, but just be lighthearted with it. Don't always think like, oh, this is the one, or this is going to be a love connection. All this rah, rah, rah stuff. Just say, I'm meeting this lady, I'm meeting this man, and we're going to see where it's going to go. And be lighthearted with it. I think with love, overthinking, and the thing we're doing is thinking we can never meet somebody. We'll never get married. We'll never get remarried. We'll never. Get that out of your vocabulary. It's really a gloom and doom type of way of thinking. Marriage isn't impossible, you all. I've been married before. I've been engaged. I've been in long-term relationships. I know you're probably like, yeah, that's you, Tammy. No, it's not like I'm so special. You're not. You're special too. We all are. Own it. You got to own it. Overthinking with salary, with a job. Oh, they would never pay me that. Listen here to me, Linda. These companies have so much money, and trust you me, they have a budget. And it's a range. They probably, like for your job, they probably have a range of $50,000 through $75,000 per year. I remember when I worked at Kraft Foods, they would show us the ranges. And if you were a level 10, they would have like a range of 60 through 85,000. Level 11, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was like big amounts. Do not be afraid when you apply for a job and they ask, what is your salary requirements? Do that range. You can make it $20,000, $25,000 range. Say 60 through 85,000, 70 through 95,000. Why not? The worst they could say is no, and the best they could say is we might not give you 85,000, but we'll give you 81,500. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So stop dumbing yourself down. Stop overthinking. But also when you're overthinking, it's going in the wrong way. It's overthinking bad. You're knocking yourself out of the box for some really great things. The way to combat overthinking and anxiety, and I say this every week, mostly to my clients, and personally, I just say it, meditation. 5 minutes, all up and down YouTube for free. 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. Put your earbuds in, your AirPods, whatever you have, just to block out the noise. And meditate. Okay, I already know what you're going to say. I tried it. It don't work. It does not work right away. You have to work it. Keep doing it. I still have intruding thoughts when I meditate, but I'll go back to my breathing. I'll go back to the voice. Usually I do guided. And I'll go back to the voice that's talking. Just do it. Stop saying stuff don't work. Give it a try. We are not in a microwave society. I know people think we are, but things still take time, regardless of how quick somebody could text you back or how quick you could microwave your food. Things take time, okay? Journal. Write your thoughts out. Not all bad stuff. Please don't do that. Please don't. You can if that relieves you, but you also want to throw in your goals and some really good stuff. What are you grateful for? What happened good today? What went well this week? What are your goals for 2024? These are things that will help you. If your anxiety is through the roof and uncontrollable, www.psychologytoday.com and find you a therapist. And this is what you say. I needed to come to therapy because I'm very anxious. I have very bad anxiety. I have panic attacks if that's what you're having. And I need some coping tools. That's what we're here for. I'll be back on camera soon. I've just been having a lot of stuff running through my mind. Look, I'm talking about you all. But a lot of good stuff. I just want to get information out. And, yeah, that's all I got. Have a beautiful day. Tammy C. Walker. Bye.